Namaskar, I'm Richa Anirudh, and on behalf of Pramerica Spirit of Community Awards, I welcome you to the first Spirit Talk of Season 2. Pramerica Spirit of Community Awards recognize and honor the community service efforts of young student volunteers. हमने पिछले साल भी इस बारे में बात की थी और 11 साल का सफर प्रेमेरिका स्पिरिट ऑफ कम्युनिटी अवार्ड्स ने पूरा किया है और हर साल बहुत सारे यंगस्टर्स को इन अवार्ड्स के जरिए न सिर्फ सम्मानित किया जाता है बल्कि प्रोत्साहित किया जाता है उस समाज सेवा के लिए जो वो कर रहे हैं इतनी कम उम्र में. एंड द स्पिरिट टॉक सीरीज इज अ पार्ट ऑफ द प्रेमेरिका स्पिरिट ऑफ कम्युनिटी अवार्ड्स प्रोग्राम एंड वी encourage young student volunteers to apply for this award, and through this talk series we wish to encourage a lot of other student volunteers to apply for these awards, जिसकी डेडलाइन 31 जनवरी है अप्लाई करने की. अगर कोई भी यंगस्टर, कोई स्टूडेंट वॉलंटियर बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहा है, कम्युनिटी सर्विस कर रहा है, तो उन्हें इन अवार्ड्स के लिए अप्लाई जरूर करना चाहिए. और इस सीरीज में हम बहुत सारे प्रोमिनेंट सिटीजन से बात करेंगे, हमारे समाज के ऐसे लोगों से जो एक मिसाल कायम करते हैं समाज सेवा की, और साथ ही हमारे साथ जुड़ेंगे वो स्टूडेंट वॉलंटियर्स जो प्रेमेरिका स्पिरिट ऑफ कम्युनिटी अवार्ड्स के सफर का पहले हिस्सा बन चुके हैं. चाहे अवार्ड जीते हों या नहीं, लेकिन एक रिकग्निशन तो उन्हें जरूर मिली है. ओके, सो लेट मी बिगिन बाय इंट्रोड्यूसिंग आवर गेस्ट फॉर द फर्स्ट स्पिरिट टॉक ऑफ सीजन 2. हमारे साथ जुड़ रहे हैं रिपु दमन बेवली, जो कि एक एनवायरमेंटलिस्ट हैं. ही इज अ मैराथन रनर एंड ही इज ऑल्सो नोन एज द प्लॉगमैन ऑफ इंडिया. प्लॉगमैन का क्या मतलब है, ये रिपु दमन हमें समझाएंगे. वी आर ऑल्सो ज्वाइंड बाय इशिता कट्याल. शी इज 16 years old, a young author, and she is the youngest Indian speaker at TEDx Talks. She published a book in 2015 called Simran's Diary: Happy, Sad and Funny Experiences of an 8-year-old. बहुत बहुत स्वागत है आप दोनों का, रिपु दमन एंड इशिता. और साथ ही हमारी स्पिरिट टॉक में हमारे साथ जुड़ रहे हैं उत्कर्ष मित्तल. ही इज सिल्वर मेडलिस्ट 2021 ऑफ द प्रेमेरिका स्पिरिट ऑफ कम्युनिटी अवार्ड. सो इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू अंडरस्टैंड फ्रॉम यंगस्टर्स हु बीन अ पार्ट of the journey of Pramerica Spirit of Community Awards. So, Utkarsh, welcome.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
चलिए, सबसे पहले एज आई सेड, प्लॉगमैन क्या होता है ये समझते हैं रिपु दमन. रिपु, प्लीज इंट्रोड्यूस yourself to all our viewers, especially the youngsters, and tell us more about yourself and your work.
Thank you so much, Richa, for that, and it's wonderful to be here. So, प्लॉगमैन तो एक टाइटल है जो मुझे दिया गया बाय द ऑनरेबल गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया एंड द प्राइम मिनिस्टर. बट अल्टीमेटली जो हम काम करते हैं वो ये करते हैं कि हम हमारे आसपास जो लोग हमें कचरा उठाते हुए दिखते हैं, जो 5 साल पहले हमने इस चीज़ की शुरुआत की कि हम उनको कचरे वाले बोलते हैं. जनरली सोसाइटी उनको कचरे वाला बोलती है, एंड दैट्स लुक डाउन अपॉन. हमारा इंटेंट था कि वो चेंज किया जाए, एंड वो कचरे वाले नहीं, हम कचरे वाले हैं, वो तो सफाई वाले हैं, बिकॉज दे आर एक्चुअली क्लीनिंग अप एंड वी आर द वन हु आर लिटरिंग. तो सबसे पहले ये माइंडसेट चेंज करके आई वांटेड टू मेक क्लीनिंग अप अदर पीपल्स लिटर द कूलेस्ट थिंग टू डू इन इंडिया, सो दैट वी कैन मेक इंडिया लिटर फ्री. तो ये मिशन के साथ हमारी शुरुआत हुई. 5 साल हो चुके हैं. गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया के अडॉप्शन के बाद अप्रोक्सीमेटली 1 crore इंडियंस हैव टेकन दिस प्लेज एंड कंटिन्यू टू क्लीन अप विद इन देयर सिटीज. और अभी भी वो ऐसे कैंपेन चल रहे हैं. हमारा प्लास्टिक को पास चल रहा है विद द गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया. तो ये एक छोटी सी स्टोरी है हमारी शुरुआत कैसे हुई एंड वेयर वी आर, एंड उसी लिए शायद प्लॉगमैन बोलते हैं. बट सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट चीज पता है क्या है कि आपने मुझे प्लॉगमैन बना दिया, बट जो हम कर रहे हैं वो तो बहुत बेसिक चीज है, राइट? एंड इफ एवरी इंडियन डज इट, इफ एवरी इंडियन टेक रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी एंड डज नॉट लिटर, देन पीपल लाइक अस आर नॉट रिक्वायर्ड. सो हम कोई हीरोइक काम नहीं कर रहे हैं, हम एक्चुअली बहुत बेसिक काम कर रहे हैं, जो अगर आप सब करें तो मैं भी अपनी लाइफ आराम से जी पाऊंगा और कूड़ा कचरा उठाने की जरूरत नहीं है.
तो आप जब रनिंग पर जाते हैं, मैराथन रनर भी हैं आप, उस दौरान आप क्लीनिंग करते हैं या व्हाट इज योर शेड्यूल लाइक?
तो स्टार्ट मैराथन से हुआ था, क्योंकि स्टार्ट रनिंग से हुआ था एक्चुअली, क्योंकि जब हम सुबह रन करते हैं, ट्रेन करते हैं, लोग कम होते हैं, ट्रैफिक नहीं होता है. दिल्ली जैसी प्लेस कहीं पे भी चले जाओ, इवन सेंट्रल दिल्ली जो बहुत पॉश है, एम्बेसी एरियाज है, वहाँ पे आपको पूरा ट्रैश एंड प्लास्टिक दिखेगा. तो आई वांटेड टू डू समथिंग अबाउट इट. और ये 2016 की बात है. उस टाइम पे क्लीनअप्स बहुत पॉपुलर हो रहे थे. देयर वर माउंटेन क्लीनअप, बीच क्लीनअप्स, एंड आई लुक्ड अप टू ऑल ऑफ दोस मूवमेंट्स एज़ वेल. बट एक पीस मिसिंग था. वो था कि आप सफाई करके चले जाओगे कल लोग कूड़ा फैलाएंगे, 2 दिन बाद आप आओगे और आपको और ज्यादा मिलेगा. So if we can get people to stop littering, that's the first level to actually clean up our country. So that is how we started. अब मैंने जब ये कॉन्सेप्ट इंट्रोड्यूस किया अपने रनिंग ग्रुप को, तो हम क्योंकि वी वर ऑल रनर, तो हम सिर्फ क्लीन अप नहीं कर पाए, हम रनिंग एंड क्लीन अप हमने स्टार्ट कर दिया। तो वो बहुत ऑर्गेनिकली एक फिटनेस मूवमेंट बन गई। और तब फिट इंडिया नहीं था, बट हमेशा जो विजन था वो ये था कि फिट इंडिया और स्वच्छ भारत को मिलाकर कोई ऐसी मूवमेंट बनाई जाए, जो कि मैंने कहा कि टू मेक क्लीनिंग अप अदर पीपल्स लिटर द कूलेस्ट थिंग टू डू। तो वो फिटनेस के थ्रू हम इसको कर पाए। एंड विद मैराथन इज वेल, अगर आप मैराथन में आपने अगर कभी या रन किया है, पार्टिसिपेट किया है एज अ गेस्ट, यू बीन देयर, you would have seen the sea of litter that we runners and organizers leave behind. तो हमारा काम होता था, आप अपना रन करो, हम उस रूट की सफाई करेंगे, and we will leave the route cleaner than we found it before the marathon.
How beautiful. Ishita, uh, you're a very young author. You're a very young TEDx speaker, motivational speaker. How do you see your role in community service? अगर मैं पूछूं आपका क्या contribution रहा है? So how do you see yourself?
I think the reason I even started was that I saw a lack of representation in the youth. And that has a lot to do with feeling apprehensive and not really coming out and taking that step ahead for community service. So I think जिस reason से मैंने start किया था वो यही था कि I would only see adults doing it. So that's why I think everyone around me, especially me, I started thinking, okay, adults are doing it, मेरा कोई role नहीं है in community service. But when I started to educate myself and become more aware about it, that's when I realized that this is not how it works. If we respect them and we want want the respect from them, we need to give that same equal respect. So how I started was when I started speaking and going across different global stages, I realized that I need to go to the ground level. So what I did was the communities around me, the underprivileged localities, I would go there and instead of teaching them like the knowledge that is in the textbooks, what we used to do is do like best out of waste or teach them about body language or interpersonal skills. So these words were so new to them and it was so exciting to see their reactions to this or to get even any art supplies that we would saw and let it be to their creativity, their imagination. So I think every single skill we develop can have a huge impact on the community. तो ये एक लिमिटेड फील्ड बिल्कुल भी नहीं है. वॉट एवर स्किल यू हैव, अगर आप उससे डिस्प्ले करते हो, अप्लाई करते हो, इट कैन बी कम्युनिटी सर्विस.
Yeah, but writing a book at 8, how did that happen?
I'm surprised as well. Sometimes I look back and think, you know what, can't do what she did then. I think it was because I would, when I was in class, in your childhood, everyone, obviously, we have that inquisitive nature. You are curious to know about every single thing. And that's exactly how I was. I was no different. And I loved reading books. I had every single second I would get was just involving myself into reading. So in class, I think everyone used to ask me, what do you want to be? What do you want to be? Especially what do you want to be when you grow up? The cliche question. And I just did not have an answer for it. So I would go home and I would always be so frustrated कि मेरे को तो नहीं समझ आ रहा, there's too much pressure on me. And I realized that why do I have to wait till I grow up? So let me just find what I love and do it right now. तो वो recognize करना is not is the easy part, but actually executing it is the hard part. तो मैंने recognize तो कर लिया था that I love reading and I love writing, but how to execute it was definitely difficult. तो लिख तो मैं I used to write every single day in my diary. It was a secret diary. I used to lock it and keep it away from everybody. And one day, of course, my parents discovered it, and that's when the secret came out. So I realized that if I'm writing secretly, I should try to make it the voice of all the children I see around me. तो वही idea था, and that's why I named it Simran's Diary, ताकि it's just the story of any other girl and not Ishita's diary.
And the TEDx talk happened about this only. आप उसमें आपका क्या मैसेज रहा है लोगों को अभी तक जो आप मोटिवेशनल टॉक्स देती हैं? You encourage youngsters to do what they feel like or pursue their passion.
Definitely, it's about discovering your passion and how to do it. I don't think we have enough awareness and information about that, especially in our education system. So we need that external motivation to go up on stage. And also, when I used to watch TED Talks growing up, I did not see young Indian people, especially. So the whole reason was to, I think, tell everyone in our country that, we're no less, especially the youngsters. And what when I go on stage, that's what I talk about how you can do it, and that age is just a number. And especially, I've also loved to speak about my worries for the world from the point of view of the young generation, and how we can tackle these goals with a sustainable approach. So that's what I speak about.
Yeah, so Ishita has raised a very valid point. रिपु, मैं आपसे यही जानना चाह रही थी, कितना important है हमारे देश के teenagers या युवा कहूँ मैं, the youngsters, to get involved into community service. Okay, take care of your career, take care of your studies, all of that, but थोड़ा सा समय हर बच्चे को community service के लिए जरूर देना चाहिए. What do you feel about that, रिपु?
Sure. So before talking specifically about what we do with kids, I think to answer that point, it's very important because I feel जो change आएगा ना, वो वहाँ से आएगा. Where what happens is कि आपने कुछ change किया, आपने कुछ सीखा अपने school में या अपनी surroundings में, तो वो आपने वापस आके अपने parents के साथ share किया, अपने peers के साथ, अपनी family के साथ share किया. और जब बच्चों से आती है वो बात, and they lead by example, then parents have no choice but to follow suit, right? And that is what I believe will truly make a difference. हमारे जो मिशन में जो हमने स्टार्ट किया 5 साल पहले, तो हमने हमेशा स्कूल्स को और यूथ को अपने साथ जोड़ने की कोशिश की. आपको एग्जांपल देता हूँ मैं गुड़गांव स्कूल का, जो हमने पहला स्कूल के साथ काम करना स्टार्ट किया. एवरी फोर्टनाइट और मंथली वी यूज्ड टू गो to the school, and वहां पर हम 50 to 100 स्टूडेंट्स को लेके उन्होंने अपना लोकल मंडी अडॉप्ट कर लिया. तो हर 15 से 30 दिन में we used to go and actually clean up the mandi. The kids would clean up the mandi, run around and clean up, but not just clean up, but also talk to the shopkeepers and customers alike that why plastic is such a menace and why they should bring their own bags and not depend on the polythene bags. So 3 महीने के बाद, after 6-7 drives that we did, there were big banners on every shop within the mandi, which the shopkeepers proudly displayed to the kids when they came back the next time. कि देखो हमने लिख दिया है कि यहाँ पे पॉलिथीन नहीं मिलता है, अपने बैग लेकर आइए, अपना झोला लेकर आइए. And we never had to go back after the first 6 months of cleanup because that place was clean and kept clean by the locals, the mandi owners themselves, right? So that's the change that we're talking about, because kids were doing it, leading by example, and suddenly हम बड़ों को, society को समझ में आता है जब बच्चे करते हैं, right? So that is how we've tried to make change along with students and learn from them.
That's so beautiful. Ishita, do you see many children your age actually thinking about the social issues, the civic issues, कि क्या प्रॉब्लम है हमारी सोसाइटी में, स्पेशली जो प्रिविलेज्ड बच्चे होते हैं, आपको क्या लगता है वो कितना समझ पाते हैं लेसर प्रिविलेज्ड बच्चों की प्रॉब्लम्स, एजुकेशन है जो भी है, सोचते हैं बच्चे आजकल?
I think I can speak for myself. Generalize करना थोड़ा difficult होगा, but the more awareness that there is, I think हम जान सकते हैं to relate with it. I think you can never completely relate with the problems that someone from a lesser privileged community comes from. What you can do is try to understand and try to help. So that's what we're trying to do right now. Is जब मैं 8 साल की थी, जब मैंने स्टार्ट किया था, I don't think हम उतना relate कर पाते थे, to be very very honest, क्योंकि even I did not when I started. The more you see it, the more you go closer to it. That's when you realize. If you sit at home and you just observe it from a really narrow point of view, you are not going to really understand how grave the issue is. So I think जितना हम उसको showcase करेंगे, उतना ही ज़्यादा the youth will feel motivated to work for it. But yes, definitely there has been a positive change for the better, but it's never going to be enough.
Yeah. So let me at this point introduce you to a very young student volunteer. who has been recognized and awarded by the Pramerica Spirit of Community Awards, Utkarsh Mittal. He is silver medalist 2021, and his project is called Neer Urja. तो मैं चाहूंगी पहले उत्कर्ष ही हमारे गेस्ट को, हमारे सब व्यूअर्स को बताएं नीर ऊर्जा के बारे में.
Yeah, so thank you for having me. Neer Urja is the name of my project, as well as the module I made. So Neer Urja is a mini hydroelectric setup, which consists of a modified micro turbine, which is basically used in DIY science projects. I myself had used in one of my researches on biofuels. So I got the idea that, all right, I know we have a turbine which is manufactured by China and few smaller suppliers, and why not modify it and increase the power output so that we can generate enough electricity for locals in mountain villages where electricity is non-existent, and use that micro turbine to even charge a small battery so that they can go on with their day-to-day activities, such as lighting a bulb for their household conveniences, charging mobile phones, operating electric devices like table fans. So small things like that, which are a huge deal to the locals in the mountain villages, because they already come from an underprivileged section of our society, living in the mountains, which is considered the harshest terrain in the world. And how it works is that the small turbine can be connected to the streams we see running alongside the road in mountains. If when we most people acknowledge that that water is just flowing down with no use of its own. I mean, locals and travelers, yes, they do use that water as drinking water or for other uses, but the water is flowing down and just into the sewer or something. So I thought that let's connect this hydro micro turbine to the pipes jutting out of mountains. From the pipes jutting out of the mountains basically tap the water source inside the mountain. So what happens is that in rainy season or monsoon, the mountain gets charged, the water seeps in. So what we call groundwater. So all the water seeps in the mountains, and then it comes out through these pipes, which are installed by the government or locals, just as a source of drinking water or water in general. So connecting a turbine to it and then a battery to it formed the main components of my device. So what I did is I modified the turbine, installed more bearings, and installed a bigger gear. So now the input of the original turbine was 8 volts. I maximized it to 14. And so now the turbine is capable of charging a battery of 7,000 mAh, and which is roughly enough to charge a mobile phone or a fan, which is actually where I got the inspiration from. So it all started with me going with my father to his workplace, and basically he works in the hydropower sector. And I found that I used to get bored a lot in the powerhouses because he used to do his work, he used to go on inspections, and I always used to just sit in the waiting area. And my phone was my best companion. Video games, definitely my favorite. Google articles, again, something I used to do. But after a while, my phone would just run out of juice, and I would go through the office trying to locate a power outlet, but I would always see that they are occupied by the labor working in the powerhouse. And also used to try to request the government officials there to let me use the power outlets in their office, but they always used to say that I'm sorry, they are occupied by the labor working. And it kind of built a frustration in me that why aren't they using the power outlets assigned to them by the authorities. And so in 2020, finally on a visit, I confronted them saying that these power outlets are assigned for general public, so may I please use them. But then they explained to me that they are not having electric connection or electric supply in their villages, and this is their only source of charging their mobile phones, which then their children use for studying, and or they use at night as the phone's torch, as a light source. And that frustration then became into kind of that turned on an explorative mode inside me, and I went to the villages from a nearby village called Niri, which is in the Chilyalisore district in Uttarakhand, and I saw the situation firsthand. And I saw that there is an electric connection, a centralized grid connection, but the power supply is limited to an hour per day, which is which is not even enough to charge a phone completely. And I mean, phone is, in today's world, it's the basic necessity. And that, sparked that, all right, we we have these water sources, these untapped water sources. We have hydropower. Why not combine it? And that's when I stumbled upon these hydro turbines, and the idea came that why not modify these into a small compact device, which can, be carried with them even when they relocate. So it's just the size of a laptop per se.
क्या बात है. Ripu, Ishita, do you want to ask some question to Utkarsh about his work and the sense of, community service?
Oh no, I had a question which was about when you were explaining it, it sounded so fascinating, especially because all these scientific terms are just so alien to me. So the first question which came to my mind was, is it possible to make a resource such as the one you've made more accessible to students and other people who want to know more about, these resources and how we can tap into them? So is there any way we can make it more accessible?
Yeah, talking about the sources I used, they were kind of readily available. And it was just that I made some modifications, combined them together. And talking about expanding it to the youth and and the children and students of my age, I got to know that yes, I can tap this resource, and now I have a team of 10 other students and my batchmates working with me to build these devices. So they build, and then we go and distribute and install them. Alongside, we also have a team of 5 in every village we visited. So we till now we have visited 9 villages, and so we formulated a team who can build the device themselves on site once we supply the raw material. So it's not really limited to me now, and it's a venture which can be continued even when I get a little busy with my college and with my academic academic side. So it's something that uh, has now developed into a continuum, which will definitely continue.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Ripu?
Thank you.
Yes, so Utkarsh, it's wonderful, and the thought that you just passed on right now, that it becomes a chain of thought, a chain of change, right? Because it should never, that change can never happen by one person or one community. It has to go on. But most importantly, I think for everyone, all of us, we all know how mobile phones have literally taken over our lives, especially the youth. All right. So in order to take that literally a menace, because kids today don't know the feel of the playground, the feel of rolling in the mud. We do doom scrolling instead of rolling in the mud, right? So to take something like that, take that thought and then make something constructive and meaningful, giving back to the society. I think if a lot many youth can learn from that,
Yeah.
that will create a big change, a real big change. And that's what we always aspire to do as well. And you've done a fabulous job. You're a great example. So whenever you try to make a difference, don't try to keep it to yourself. Make sure that it gets passed on to people in a way that they feel it's their idea, it's their mission, it's their responsibility. And when you can make that, you can connect with people on that level, you will create a bigger change. So congratulations.
Thank you so much.
So my question to Utkarsh and Ripu, both of you, if more and more youngsters want to join your project or become a part of what you're doing, so how do they get in touch with you? So Utkarsh?
Yeah, so we have our website, neerurja.com. One can you go there? We have this registration portal. Once they register, we contact them and explain the whole building procedure. They can build it in their home
In the
and
areas.
in their areas, and then supply it to where it's needed.
Ripu, we need many
Yeah.
more plog people. Not we just not one plog man is not enough in India.
There are you would be happy to know there are so many flogmans and flogwomen in India today. It is so wonderful, and that's always been the idea, right? And the way to be connected with us is that anyways I'm traveling and organizing these cleanups across the country. I personally organize in more than 100 odd cities across the country. So we have more than 100 odd chapters already of the Litter Free India movement. And the idea is that whenever we go somewhere, we identify people or those people identify us and say, okay, we want to be a part of this. We want to lead this. And that's how we identify them and give them the responsibility. The idea is the change will not happen just by people or communities. It also needs the support of the government and the authorities. Why do we always have to be at loggerheads with each other? The
Yeah.
government is something that whether you're anti-government, pro-government, doesn't matter. Ultimately, we need the governmental policies to work in our favor, right? So when you're against them, you're still asking them to work for you. So why not work in a way, collaborative way? So our project is so the mandate that I've been given by the government of India as the blogging ambassador is that we create these eco fitness clubs in every district. I think we have about 720 odd districts in the country. So every district has an eco fitness club. There are certain leaders that we've identified. They work with the locals there. They grow the movement, continue with not just cleanup, but taking things like plastic footpath and so on and so forth. And that's how it becomes a change. And later this year, sometime in December, I'm cycling 7,500 kilometers across the country because it is the 75th year of independence. So covering 75 cities and 75 villages. All right. So the whole idea Richa, here is कि हम जब भी किसी शहर में जाते हैं तो वहाँ पे we organize a cleanup and we take locals along. They find us, we find them. They're passionate about everything that we do, and they're literally having the same mission. So as the blogging ambassador of India, my mandate is that I take our movement, create eco fitness clubs in each and every district of the country, identify local leaders जो कि वो काम रेगुलरली कर सकते हैं वहाँ पे within their society, within their communities. So they 5, 10, 15, 20, any number of people. All of those are flogman and flogwomen, women trying to make a difference. And वो continue करते हैं फिर वहाँ पे movement, not just by cleaning up, but actually, so we will never be able to clean up our world by cleaning up. There is so much more that we need to do. But when you bend down to pick up somebody else's litter, you will not litter again, and nobody can get that better than a youth of the country. So that's how we operate. And later this year, I am going to be cycling 7,500 kilometers across the country under a campaign called Ride for Change, where I'm cycling 75 villages and 75 cities. So by that time, जब तक हम वो campaign खत्म करेंगे, we'll have a much larger footprint. और जो हमारा mission है कि अगले 24 महीने में we want to have every district under the Litter Free India movement doing some sort of activity and creating awareness. That is something that we dream and we hope to realize in 24 months.
परफेक्ट सो अब आप तीनों जानते ही हैं कि ये जो हम स्पिरिट टॉक्स कर रहे हैं हमारा मकसद है प्रेमेरिका स्पिरिट ऑफ कम्युनिटी अवार्ड्स के बारे में ज्यादा से ज्यादा लोगों को पता चले वी कैन स्प्रेड द मैसेज अक्रॉस टू एज मेनी पीपल एज वी कैन तो कोशिश ये है कि अगर कोई भी खुद कम्युनिटी सर्विस में कोई स्टूडेंट वॉलंटियर है या फिर कोई ऐसे स्टूडेंट वॉलंटियर्स को जानते हैं जो लोग हु डू एक्सेप्शनल वर्क एंड स्पेशली कोविड के डिफिकल्ट टाइम्स में भी काम करते रहे स्टूडेंट वॉलंटियर्स वी रियली वांट ऑल ऑफ देम टू अप्लाई फॉर प्रेमेरिका स्पिरिट ऑफ कम्युनिटी अवार्ड्स और अप्लाई करने के लिए स्टूडेंट वॉलंटियर्स को www.spiritofcommunityindia.com पर जाना होगा जहां पर सारे डिटेल्स मिलेंगे और एप्लीकेशन की लास्ट डेट 31 जनवरी है। मैं अब आप तीनों हमारे गेस्ट से चाहूंगी कि आप अपनी तरफ से एक स्पेशल मैसेज उन सभी लोगों को जो देख रहे हैं जो कम्युनिटी सर्विस में इन्वॉल्व हैं या किसी ऐसे को जानते हैं किसी स्टूडेंट वॉलंटियर को जो कम्युनिटी सर्विस कर रहा हो प्लीज थ्रू योर मैसेज encourage them to apply for these awards. Ripu.
I think to be fairly honest, I believe the youth of the country is empowered, is aware. Problem kahan aati hai कि what are we elders or the society, what examples are we setting for them? क्योंकि जब वो स्टूडेंट लाइफ के थ्रू जाते हैं तो बहुत अवेयर हैं, बट स्लोली एंड स्टेडली द रॉन्ग एग्जाम्पल्स काइंड ऑफ टेक अवे देयर पैशन एंड एंथुसियाज्म. सो हमारी सोसाइटी को बहुत जरूरी है कि वी रियलाइज आवर एक्शंस आर वेरी वेरी क्रिटिकल, so that we leave a good world for our children to further enhance and improve. And secondly, specific message to the youth of the country, अगर आप किसी भी चीज के बारे में पैशनेट हैं, किसी भी चीज के बारे में, प्लीज उसको अपना थोड़ा सा टाइम दीजिए, एवरी डे एवरी वीक, क्योंकि कुछ भी चीज, कोई भी चीज रॉकेट साइंस नहीं है. छोटी छोटी चीजें, छोटे छोटे चेंजेस, छोटे छोटे एक्शंस एवरी डे कैन लीड टू अ बिग रेवोल्यूशन. और जब आप स्टार्ट करें तो ये मत सोचे कि मेरे पीछे 1000 लोग खड़े हैं, 100 लोग खड़े हैं, तभी मैं कुछ कर पाऊंगा या कर पाऊंगी. इफ यू कैन स्टार्ट ऑन योर ओन, और अगर कोई आप चेंज करना चाह रहे हैं तो ऑफ कोर्स देयर विल बी रेजिस्टेंस, राइट? एंड व्हाट्स द फन अगर एवरीथिंग इज ऑन द प्लेटर? So go ahead, make that change, be the change. When you can be the change, only then will the world change.
बिल्कुल. And if you've already made the change, please do apply for Pramerica Spirit of Community Awards. Ishita, your message?
Yeah, I think I absolutely agree with what Ripu sir said. And it's not just the four of us here or the millions of people working, it is so individual. So if you're even having an impact on one person's life or a community's life, you should definitely take that step ahead, because I think you should strive to be in one of these boxes more than me. I think if you are creating a larger impact, you should be here. So I think you should definitely feel motivated to take that step ahead for yourself and for the work that you're doing, so that it can be expanded to the greatest extent possible. And that's how the upcoming generation will feel motivated and we will see the impact. So I think, yes, you should strive to be in this box after all of us.
वाह. उत्कर्ष, आप तो चूंकि इस जर्नी का हिस्सा रहे Pramerica Spirit of Community Awards की, तो आपका मैसेज बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है दूसरे ऐसे यंग स्टूडेंट वॉलंटियर्स के लिए जो ऑलरेडी कुछ अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं सोसाइटी के लिए.
Definitely. I mean, a lot of important points were covered by Ripu sir and Ishita. And I would just like to add that we are the present and the future of the society. And it is our actions which will shape the world. Even without the materialistic resources, we can become the solution to someone's problem using what we all have, our intellectual strength. And alongside spreading awareness, it is essential for the youth and for our generation to go out there and try to do something to solve the problem, to get your hands into it. And just the last thing, that Pramerica should be the reason to further your community service project, not the reason you start a community service project. Because after my win, I had my friends approaching that, we also need to do something big. We need to win this. And so what I said to them is that start something which you feel is relatable to you, which you feel will impact the community near you, and not to win a award of some kind. So it's all about using Pramerica as the reagent to further the reaction and not the cause of the reaction.
How beautiful. And I really admire the fact, the way Pramerica Spirit of Community Awards recognize and honor these young student volunteers. क्योंकि कई बार क्या होता है, हम अच्छा काम कर रहे होते हैं, बट अगर उसके लिए appreciation भी आ जाए, recognition आ जाए, तो it motivates us further. And students and the youth of our country really need to be motivated. तो मैं एक बार फिर से बता दूं, www.spiritofcommunityiindia.com पर आप जाइए. अगर आप खुद बहुत अच्छा कुछ काम कर रहे हैं, कम्युनिटी सर्विस कर रहे हैं, या किसी ऐसे यूथ को या स्टूडेंट वॉलंटियर को जानते हैं, तो प्लीज उनसे कहिए कि अप्लाई करें. 31 जनवरी इज द लास्ट डेट. एंड स्कॉलरशिप वर्थ 3,50,000 है वहां पर, और मेडल्स हैं, सर्टिफिकेट्स है, लेकिन सबसे ऊपर होता है अप्रिसिएशन. वो जो आपको पहचान मिलेगी इन अवार्ड्स के जरिए अगर आप इसको जीतते हैं, तो उसका सुख, उसका आनंद कुछ और ही होगा. थैंक यू सो मच Ripudaman, Ishita and Utkarsh for joining us in this chat.